in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha, in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha, in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha. Until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, and one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, who got to know of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent, destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer, the chakra climb. I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent, destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, who got to know of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent, destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the chakra cloud. I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent, destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, who got to know of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent, destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer, the chakra clan. Prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides and said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise, that I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, ocean like a golden mountain, blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With a supreme sign, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you the one gone to us is I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality. To the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha. To all 3 homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all aspects. Supreme faith, I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all seeing. Subdue the foe of false and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. Come to Shita's hundreds of gods, protectors of, to tip of this fresh, pure wine, heaped curd like cloud. O Lama Tsongkhapa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. Inspect face ahead on lion, lotus and moon. Venerable Guru, smile brightly with deep light. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine. As supreme merit, feel for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquence speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, famed glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted thee. Each item my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned eight mundane concerns, made life essence full. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful grace. Venerable Gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make venerable Sangha essential teaching specially shine forever. Migme Sewe Chen Chen Rei Dreame Kempe Wangpo Jambeyo Dupung Malu Jom Se Sangwe Gang Chen Kepe Sugen Tsongkhapa Lo Sang Drape O glorious and precious root Guru, take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remains steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard it one time, when the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior officer, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom. perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avatar, the Bodhisattva, how should a child, the lineage, engage in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom? And the superior Avatar, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom, should look perfectly like this. Subsequently, looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness and inherent existence of the life. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form, form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. They are produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. Therefore, as Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomena. There is no I element and so forth up to no mind, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no cessation of ignorance and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times by relying upon the perfection of wisdom is in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequal mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate para gate para sam gate bodhisattva. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avatar, the bodhisattva, said, O child, the lineage, so it is. The profound human wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, in high praise whatever is spoken in the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children. Homage to the hosts of the three places, Dakinis. Chayata Om Gate Gate Para Gate Para Sam Gate Bodhis. Through the power of truth of the exalted three-jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the former, be stopped. May they become all enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, sanjay, curious, soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse, harmful conditions. Bring happiness and well-being here right now. Sashi Puki Yukshing Metok Dramri Rabling Ji Nide Gempadi Sangye Jingdu Soki Chamnava, Jam Shubadu, Gaki Yapsuchi, Dake Shunin Kepe Sonamgi, Drola Penche Sange Drupa Shok. Shoda Soki Chamnava, Jam Shubadu, Yaki Yapsuchi, Daki Shunin Kepe Sonamgi, Drola Penche Sange Drupa Shok. Shoda Soki Chamnava, Jam Shubadu, Gaki Yapsuchi, Dake Shunin Kepe Sonamgi, Drola Penche Sange Drupa Shok.
Okay. Good evening. It's cold. Snow coming? No, no snow, right? Just cold.
Next week is will be warmer.
Good, good, good. Okay. It's wonderful. Even the cold weather, but you guys just try to make to a little bit study, a little bit practice, That'd be nice, wonderful. Everyone serve the good motivation to I'm doing practice, I'm doing study, I'm doing pray. This is for benefit for other sentient beings. All mother sentient beings, same as me, wish to free from suffering, wish to happy. But they're not able to easy to free from suffering, same as me. Therefore, I want to benefit all mother sentient beings. Therefore, I want to achieve enlightenment. Therefore, I'm going to pray. I'm going to study. Like you think about like that. That's good. We always recite in the Buddha Dharma Sangha. There, 4 verses. 4 verses. We take refuge Buddha Dharma Sangha. It's very important, because I don't know how to take care of myself, free from the sufferings, free from the problems. Therefore, I'm going to ask to help Buddha Dharma Sangha. They follow the Buddha's advice. Then for benefit, what all mother sentient beings. Therefore, I'm taking refuge and to achieve enlightenment. Now you think about the meaning of that pray is very good motivation always. Okay? Then the purpose studying Dharma is to be relaxed person. I'm not saying you are not relaxed, but be more relaxed. Be more awareness, awareness. Anything that's good. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of meditation. Okay, we're going to first set up the our merit field. You can visualization your own merit field. Lama Tsongkhapa. This is we're going to order the foundation good quality is combine the Lama Tsongkhapa. It's a very strong connection. Lama Tsongkhapa is also the essence of the lam-rim teaching. Therefore, visualization. First, maybe like visualization, like the very good place. This place is like very holy place. Very colorful, very peaceful place. In that front of you, big, beautiful throne, on the throne, usually with a moon cushion, sun cushion there, but maybe too complicated, just Lama Tsongkhapa. Same as if we see the statue, not thinking the statue is a real person. Around Lama Tsongkhapa also all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, all the holy beings around, different colors, different shapes. Everyone looking for you like smiling face. Lama Tsongkhapa the years. Like you are the Guru, you are the Lama, you are the Yedam, you are the Khandro. He is the all representative of all holy Gurus, holy Yoga Gurus. Then open the page 119. If you don't have to memorize, we recite the first verse. 119.
So let's read that verse.
Tenda som tangi tanda labdo de majebachi. Ane ngorang ke tsawe lama imbala namba ane jirimpuche namba. Tende shu yo samche susum nasola.
So just like Geshe explained, try to think that in your mind while reciting this verse. And so in the merit field, the main figure is one's root guru in the aspect of Lama Tsongkhapa. So with that in your mind, let's recite this verse slowly.
And
so what you're expecting or hoping from doing this practice of reciting this verse with that visualization, is to be able to generate the realization of Guru devotion.
Okay. And the legend and the Tamachi Jor and the Tigabla and the Jirimbuchi took and was a carbo, the Sumasho, and the Susula, and the Lilaba Tomchi, and the Susu Linga Yosumji, and the Chita Lingen, did the Pachata Chabatam Chik. And took the Suku number chain, the tongue of the support Yokalaya, Chug Yusuk Match, the Vamaji Genia, and because our mat, there's almost a match, Tambo did the Pachata Chipacha. No moment of Pachas, Matas almost some chorus. And in Niba Yanju, those Chefamachitan, and the Susujalaya, Shinila Maki Bada, and the Shininga Kamata Bana, and the Shininga Kachabana, Tenjing by Pakan, but Samamata, so some. And the house somebody Kablaya, the aunt to Samash on the town, Suzujila, Shinetes or Topa, Chabajala, Chess, somebody in the Gawado Gomne, to which I come to the Japores and other sit Temas Chictor, and the chance of Tahana, Temasum, and the December some town shows.
So at the same time, when you're reciting this verse, also try to do the visualization of light and nectar flowing down from the heart of Lama Tsongkhapa. And entering into your body through your head and purifying all the negativities, all the delusions and all the negativities, like purified, like washed away, just like when your body is dirty and you take a shower, and that washes away all the dirts, just like that, all the negativities, all the obscurations being washed away, coming out of your body in a form of black liquid or black smoke. And then again, imagine light coming out from the heart of Lama Tsongkhapa and purifying all the negativities, especially created in relation to one's guru, like not listening to guru's advice or going against guru's advice, or by criticizing or looking down on guru, whatever negative karma we have created. By doing that, then imagine all those are being purified. And then the third repetition of light and nectar flowing down, then imagine that you have received the realization of the Guru devotion. So have that very strong feeling in your mind that you have been granted or blessed with the realization of Guru devotion.
Okay, now the third ma lok sabadan ji gom to japshos.
And so you recite this verse slowly with the visualization, and after you have recited, then keep on meditating with what we have just gone through now.
Okay.
The foundation of all good qualities is a kind and perfect pure Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect.
That's good. Okay. Now the meditation, what we explained that, okay? 3 times, slowly, more focus. You already said the more feel. Okay. That nation is in the Toba Chepa Jelachawala and is in the Hakoko and tell us some better than Jovetensa. And the Tembe Pine might have been named to lam-rim to the Mamboys to Zo, Lono Chanashara.
So in order to be able to generate that realization of Guru devotion, first you have to understand, about the Guru devotion. So like how do you devote to the Guru, through thought and through actions, and what are the benefits of devoting to the Guru or relying on the Guru, and what are the disadvantages of not relying or relying in an improper way on the Guru, and so forth. So for that, it would be good, to study the lam-rim.
Okay. Yeah. They will try to the meditation like that country always, when you have time, again and again. It will, you can also do it.
So they will bring changes in one.
Big changes,
oneself.
okay? Because we think that we say, yeah, that's it. We don't meditation, they never begin any realizations for any kind. Okay? Therefore, Guru devotion is very important. Very important. If you have any
Experiential.
any expressions you have, but not it's
Experiential realization.
Realizations is you get out now, it depends on Guru devotion. right? I will tell out some stories, my broken stories. Everyone know the Marba, right? Marba. Marba is the one of the most, higher practitioner. And his teacher's name is Naropa. Then Marba is Tibetan, right? He's Tibetan. So, then one day, he received the teaching from the Naropa. One night, Naropa wanted to check how his future, Marba's future generation, how the teachings. Then Naropa image eminent for the whole Merrifield, because Junkul or Merrifield. Then they sleep like same place. Then he called the Marba, hey Marba, get up. Your Merrifield is Junkul
Mandala?
or your mandala, your deity mandalas here. This is a Marba on our Naropa here. The Kurang treasure injida. True injida the Teloba Kurang treasure. In a time Mogomba ching Marba Temba and draw the Sandra Kasi Pento and us and Tate Pajic Chetia. And it Junko Chatang Turchi. And it died called that Changayalan, that Changi Junkunde. And those Lapares. Today that Changi Junkola Shansagi and that Changi Lama Shansagi, the Kichitivaris.
So Naropa, in order to test Marpa about his devotion and also to check how much his teaching, how much his teaching will last, or how far his teaching will go into the future. And so anyway, so Naropa, he emanated a whole mandala of the deity next to him. He emanated in a whole mandala next to him. And then he asked Marpa, who do you want to see, or who do you want to pay homage to? Do you want to pay homage to the deity in the mandala, or do you want to pay homage to the guru?
Then Marpa thought, I can see my teacher all the time. I'm able to prostrate every time. Then the mandala, deity mandalas, I'm not able to see. Today I want to go to the prostration to the mandala or deity. Then Naropa said,
Inauspicious.
It's inauspicious. Because he's a I don't know English. Lama mebe ngarona kanje yedam se mi yo mares. And Lama te any yedam gate traverse any yedam de karo. Lama traverse any yedam chazan and Koranga Tukalapa, Tom Swine Paris.
And so then that was, he said there was an inauspicious, for it was not a good omen, for Marpa to think like that, because he thinks that, well, I see the guru all the time, but I rarely see the deity, so I better make, prostration to the deity. So when he thought that, then that, kind of, in a simple way, screwed up. So that became like a bad omen. And anyway, and so then Naropa said, there is no mandala. There's no mandala before the guru. And then when he said, the mandala, comes from the guru. And by saying that, the whole mandala of the deity dissolved into the guru, into Marpa, into Naropa.
Today that take them let any Marbeg say Tamanto Auto, that Chujukon, Tromosoma, you take them to Mombosh, and Marbeg tasks, and essentially Pentok Matok, and you take them over embrace.
And so because of that, then his lineage, didn't go much further into the future, only up to his son, and even his son passed away at a very young age. So that's because of that bad omen.
What the name? Then another one, everyone knows Guru Rinpoche, right? Guru Rinpoche. Guru Rinpoche want to see the word seeker mandala, seeker no mandala. Karo, Sayon Kando message. Sayon Kando
secret dakini.
secret dakini. Then he's going someplace that was the secret dakini's attendant, one another lady, she's going to take the water. You put the water like old tradition, put the water here, then you have to lift and you're taking away home. Then Guru Rinpoche saw that Guru, she's taking the water, then she lifted, and Guru Rinpoche give the power to her part is stuck there, the big rock. She cannot move. Then she looking that she saw the Guru Rinpoche there. She said, oh, maybe he did. She knew that. Then she opened her, I call this here, show the whole mandala. Then Guru Rinpoche, wow, maybe she's the secret Dakini. Then he asked, are you the secret Dakini? He said, I'm not secret Dakini. I'm the secret Dakini's attendant. He said, I want to go to see the secret Dakini. She said, okay, follow me. Then she took to Guru Rinpoche to see the secret Dakini. Then she also
Illuminated another mandala.
Another mandala. She said that. Then she said, okay, you come very far away. You'll be tired. Please sit here. Then your mandala is here. She showed also that. Then she asked him, okay, you want to prostration for your mandala or me? Then he said, I want to prostration you. Without you, they're not mandala. Then he prostrated for the secret Dakini. And telatene kanji ta temji dang ani telatene ani Guru Rinpoche de ani pyola sanji tempataya ta ani chikaro ta zawa yunamen chakta yores.
So that became a very good gesture, an auspicious gesture, auspicious omen, and because of that, Padmasambhava, Guru Rinpoche's teaching was able to last for a long, long time. So the very root of the teaching of the Buddhism that spread it in Tibet, it all came from Padmasambhava.
And then Guru Rinpoche pemewana pela sanji tempata ta toyo mari de la pe parche mo shomare.
So there were so many, even before Guru Rinpoche's time, the Buddhism came there, but there was so many obstacles, and wasn't able to spread very well. So then after Guru Rinpoche came, then he removed all those obstacles and was able to establish teaching, and lasted for a very long time.
Oda tendege chewa mo bade za tendege tenbila tene kanji ta Guru Rinpoche tempate shu tarwata ani pento shomare yongores.
And so because of that, then Padmasambhava Guru Rinpoche was able to spread the teaching and benefit many sentient beings.
That also another one. Everyone knows the Milarepa, right? Milarepa. The Milarepa is the attendant on the student of the Marba. Milarepa have seen so many stories. That one day, Milarepa looking for the Marba. The Marba knows, he knows the Milarepa coming to see him. Usually Marba he's the teacher. Mom, he doesn't do any lay people's job. Then he told his wife, okay, today I'm going to the field. Get ready for me, the 2 cows and alcohol. Then she said, no, you don't have to go. Then he said, no, I have to go today. Because he want to receive the Milarepa, but he's a teacher. He cannot say welcome to you, but he just show up to some other things. Within that he can see the Milarepa, they're able to meet. The Milarepa coming there, then he asked her, he wants a Marba, he wants Marba. He was, okay, go there, this is the Marba place. He go there, then one guy, drunky, then 2 cows, then walking the field, we can see the homeless people. He asked, this is the Marba, that Milarepa doesn't know. Then he asked her, do you know Marba? I said, yeah, no, I know Marba. It's Marba's room. It's our Marba's house over there. Then he said, I want to go to see Marba. Okay, you can follow me. I can let you to that place. Then he took with him, then Marba's house. Then he said, okay, where there? I'm going to check the Marba. Then he go, Marba go inside, say that his bed, not restaurant. Then he told his wife, okay, go get to the Milarepa here, the little boy. Then she come up, she called, our teachers, you come up. Then he said, wow, I want to see my teacher. Where is he? He thought me a very special person, He go to the same guy. He said, really? He said, yeah, this is really marvelous. Then he found that, right? Then he gave a lot of jobs. He doesn't give teachings. He beat him. He beats maybe not nice, I say. He punish him and he doesn't give any teachings. If the luck, we have teachings here. He saw the Milarepa go out, don't stay there. Milarepa is a very poor person. He have nothing, If you want to receive the teaching, give me them to offering. Without offering, you cannot receive. Because Milarepa has created a lot of negative karma. He need to put away negative karma. Therefore, Marba gave a lot of jobs. And he not able to receive any teachings. Then one day he give a lot of jobs to do that. One finish it, then to do that. One finish it, do that. He never get any teachings. Then Marba's wife, she's very, very good heart. Then she told to Milarepa, okay, now you run away. He doesn't give you teaching. You just go away, you can find some teaching. Then Milarepa run away, he escaped. Then he did like a little bit like on the hill, he make the tree and a little snow. Then he has the tea there, he making tea, then he coming back to stay there, his place, there he have to go to the, Tibetan tradition, they have not some, hotel, you have to three-piece rocks put here, above there you put the pot, then you go the, wood or something, then you put with the fire. Then he just himself walking around, go get 1, 2, 3, stones put together, then go get water, then go get wood, then he come back. There's so many footsteps. He said, who's come here? There's so many steps. This is his own stuff that he didn't remember. He said, oh, so many people, no one there. That knowing that time, the Marba's wife told Marba, okay, now the little boy, Milarepa, left. The Marba got very sad, he closed his like that, he prayed for his old deities, please bring my son back. He has very strong compassion, but he doesn't show from him. Then, all the blessing of the deities in Milarepa change the mind, come back. Then his wife, she saw the Marba very upset, very. Then she thought he'd be very happy because Milarepa come back. She's running. She told the Marba, your son come back. He said, told him, don't come back. He not speak here. He not speak here. Then he doesn't show up any even not good talk. He doesn't show any good faces. Then a lot of jobs. Then he built a very big palace by himself. He built everything. The next day might become, oh, does not work. You have to put the word, you but bring this piece of wood, piece of rock, put back same place. Like so many works. Then one day, then again the Marba's wife, she and Milarepa talk. Then with the fig letter from the Marba, one of the Marba's students, or one of the very high yogi, I don't remember the name. This writing the letter for Milarepa's wife, not Marba's wife, but pretend from Marba. The letter say, please teach for my student. Say then also give some jewels. This is for offering for you. Please teaching of them. Then again, Milarepa got that. He ran away. Then he met the teacher. Then he offered the teacher. Then the teacher also saw that the Marba's letter. He said, wow, it's my teacher's letter. I have to teaching. Then he teach. He give a lot of empowerments. He give the okay now meditation. He meditation that he doesn't get any realization. And same time that also Marba also very, very sad. he checked, now it looks like it's not very easy to come back. He's very sad. He pray, his, deities, I want to bring my son back. Then son has like 1 week meditation there, that he doesn't get any, realizations. Then he come back to ask the teacher, I don't get any science, any revelation. Then teacher said, do you broken any law of with your relationship with your teacher? The letter is not from my teacher, it's fake. It's a wife and we together make that. The offer also not from the letter, Marba. That's also his wife. So he said, therefore, it's big mistake. Now we bought a big towel. We bought big mistake. Then he said, okay, now we both go back to see the Marba. Then the teacher, he has, whatever he had, he bought everything, and except the one goat broken his leg, they're not able to walk. Then he just leave that other things, all bring to the offering to see the Marba. Then on the way, then because Marba is very sad, he's very sad every day. Then Marba's wife, she saw they were coming back. Then again she running. She said, "Oh, Marba's Meladaba's coming back." He said, "Don't care." He said, "We will go to receive them." Marba said, "I don't want." Told him to go away. Again he tried to kick out. Then he told him, "Don't go to the accept them." But he doesn't listen. She go them, she offers some, foods they bring back. Then they offer for all of, the Melaraba and the Melaraba teacher. They both bring everything to offer the Melaraba Marba. Then the Marba's, student, Melaraba teacher, the master said, "I'm very sorry. I thought this letter is from you, but this letter is not from you. It's fake, I'm mistake, I teach you. Without your permission, I teach him. Now he doesn't get any realization. Please forgive me. I will offer whatever I have, I offer for you." The Marba knows the broken leg, goat's not there. He said, "Where's you, the goat, one, another?" He said, "He couldn't go get that. Without that, you cannot, I cannot accept your, sorry, apologize." Then another teacher have to go back there, carrying the, the broken leg, rather than bring that. Then he offer Marba that. Then he teach his master, Marba teach them that Melaraba not able to go there. Then Marba's wife, she has one jewel, because her parents give her. If Marba is very short temperature person, maybe he kick out you. Maybe this is for you survive your life. You can sell it. She doesn't show the Marba. She have that. Then she give for the Melaraba. Okay, now if Marba say he need to the offer, you can give this. Then next day, the Marba going to teaching. The another master, then Melaraba also tried to go there. The Marba saw him. So what? His name is Tubagaya. What Tubagaya? For you what? So what will this teaching? What's your offering? Then he said, "This is my offering." Then he said, "This is where you got this. You don't have anything. Where you got that?" Then he said, "This is his wife. Karu, amal min karu. Melaraba Marba ki me de yin dame ma. I don't know. To better go yin dame ma. I don't know English. Yim dame ma. Yim dame ma. This is a come from Yim dame ma. She give me this. Oh, this is mine. But when I married her, she belongs to me. This is not you. This is not your offering. She belongs to me. Then he kick her up. Kick her, throw her outside. Then he cry. Now he have nothing. Cry. Then again he's, Damima go back there and I say, okay, we have talked again. Then the Marba changed the mind. he did a lot of work. Then okay, now he come back. Now today you are my first disciple. Then he give the teaching. Then then he meditation. Then like that he be enlightened one life. This is finished, but this is it shows hard working. Even you teachers to all doesn't look in your smiling face, but he very hard working. If your connection is really, if you have some relationship connection and a with the life or something, then you never give up. You try to work very hard and able to achieve enlightenment in one life. This is like the source of the how important to Guru devotion. Okay. I think you guys already heard that, right? You guys heard many times, but I skip a lot also. But this is the Guru devotion is part of the. It depends on you get a realization or not. Is Guru devotion, okay? Yes, yes.
The story with Marpa prostrating to the deity rather than Naropa, was the problem that the issue is that he saw the deity separate from the Guru? Because if he would have been...
Yeah. He didn't know. He the same. He that this is the deity, this is my Guru. I'm not able to see my deity, but I can see my teacher all the time. He didn't know this is the come from my teacher.
So, but if he prostrated to the deity, thinking that that's Naropa, rather than Naropa's human form, would it have been different?
I don't know this. That never happened that time. Because if you are both dead, then why are you teaching you prostration deity? Because you're not about that. You say, okay, not about say that, but not about that. How can you teach?
So he should picture the ordinary form.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is like one of the important. There's so many stories, so many sources. Hard working that Guru devotion is not easy. When since you take Guru devotion, whatever he or she doesn't matter. You have to be very careful. Okay. Like you meditation like that, then you have something like if something to feeling you have. If you meditation again Guru devotion, you have some different feeling, something. It shows you doing something, some warming heart. Then you have something of realization. Then move to next section. Then this shumade tachirwa tanjo nyeka, tanjo la nibolen bishe, tanjo la nibolen go yores.
So the next one is prophet in rebirth, right? It's about the prophet in rebirth, which is extremely difficult to achieve. And while you have it, you should extract the essence from it. And so this prophet in rebirth, which is extremely difficult to achieve, but if you have achieved, then you can, you can have great things out of it. Therefore, you should not just waste it by not using it. Should use it, or by you should extract the essence from it through practicing Dharma day and night. So so you are here requesting the blessings to be able to extract an essence from this prophet in rebirth throughout day and night. So in order to understand the great the value of this prophet in rebirth, you should contemplate on the 18 attributes, or the the 10 endowments and the 8 leisures. So if you contemplate on those, then you will understand how meaningful or how valuable this prophet in rebirth is. So this kind of prophet in rebirth which we have achieved now, if we don't take the essence from it now, and then it will be very difficult to have it again once we die.
Okay, mete nimbolana mete tondadaba mete tondadabayana mi aposhi mi abolana ani chi gewada gewanyina so gewa maadrum yo tene go yores.
And so, like it says here, day and night take its essence, takes its essence. So how do we take its essence? By practicing Dharma, by practicing virtues and by abandoning the non-virtues. So if we do that, then we will be extracting the essence from this property.
이제 다 내가 때문에 안에 단절라 님보 렌데가 로체고 그래. 님보 렘반도 별로도 째고 그래서.
And so from this, from the contemplation on the prophet and rebirth, what you should generate in your mind is a wish to extract the essence from it.
단단 가서 참말라 메세드 째부지 째는 거 스탐도 참아요스.
So we all have a wish to spend this life happily, right?
Right? 이나 대랑간서 나 개와치거든 나 득바치거 되는 계획만 간지 메세드 째부지 하나 삼고 그래서.
So there you're just thinking about spending the life happily. You're not thinking about abandoning non-virtuous action. You're not thinking about cultivating virtuous actions, right? You're just thinking, if I can just live without any problems.
다 네가 안에 전자들까지 미야럽시 대야 게드 랑도 신이시 전 너치고 랑도 신이 어떤 레지로 째고 그래.
And so here, when we say extracting the essence from prophet and rebirth, and not just spending a happy life, but practicing dharma, by practicing dharma. So wanting to create merit or virtues and abandon the non-virtues.
와단데만 가도 곰대거든. 나 참아 곰대 때자거든. 가서 내내 자바나지 촌좀 나래 또 잡다. 나와까지 촌도 잡다. 간내도 식다더라고.
And so now we're going to meditate on this again also, just like we did on every verse you can meditate, and just like you do here, also try to do at your home. So try to do that for like a month and see if it makes any differences in your mind.
Okay? 다 당경 가서 안에 소식 있어도 다 나지. 삼모 다스.
So just like before, you refresh your mind of the visualization of the merit field.
다 당경 가서 레반도 가져와리 아니 신년 돼서 또 봐야고 이제 제가 쇼데 제가 용문으로 받나고 치라 그러고 다 단다 아니 메텔라 힘볼는데 그 로지 아버지 제가 제가 용을 쇼세 그래서.
So earlier, what we wished for or hoped for, is to be able to generate the realization of Guru devotion, right? And so you make a request, to bless you, with the the practice of Guru devotion, or to be able to rely on a Guru in a proper way.
Okay, 다 들리다 다 이제 당연 나지 진행한도 담보 책이 찍는 데네 저도 담보배나 아니 소소가 랭하더니 되게 바다가 제 받으면 당연하게 맞다 송송 받지지 아니 받으라야 다외니 때는 님보 안에 지 렌데기로 제발라 받지베 아니健康에 받아 좀 말아 아니 지다 맞다 송송 받지 선배가라야 다 다외 때는 님보 렌데기로 제발이 제라 제 송송 받라 가와곰도 공고 그래서.
But here, and so here you are hoping or wishing to be able to make your life meaningful. So by meaningful is by extracting the essence from it, and which is practicing dharma, right? And so just like earlier, imagine light and nectar flowing down from the heart of Lama Tsongkhapa and entering to you through your head, and purifying all the negativities, all the obscurations, all the delusions created since beginningless lifetime. All this being purified, coming out of your body in the form of black liquid or smoke. And then do the same visualization again, during the second repetition, and imagine all the negativities in relation to all the negativities that especially obstruct one from or prevent one from gaining the realization of perfect rebirth, or that prevents one from extracting the essence from this life, are all being purified. And then during the third repetition, again light and nectar flowing down and enter into your body through your head, and grants you all the realizations, blesses you with the realization of the perfect rebirth.
Okay, 다 되셔야.
Okay, so try to do that meditation.
지금 담보처럼 진행하셔나?
So let's recite that verse,
되네 곰 잡셔서.
and then after that you do the meditation. Okay? Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once, is greatly meaningful and is difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly, day and night, takes its essence.
Okay. 다 되게 가서 아니 다베트라 니볼랜데 로 또바젤라 개와이나 안에 되는 다들 마음가서 다 개와 중이 다 통모라 미는 거 보고 그래서
And so with that, you have generated the realization of extracting the essence from this prophetic rebirth. And then from there, now you transfer into, or transit into the practice of this small scope, shared with the small scope.
오케이. 다 정도 때 사모 효과까지는 되면 되셔. 된 너네 식들이 된다라야. 배나 식이 된다 까마르리 섬당다스. 배나 리소요와 추부추부지는 데가 안 처음 맞다가 아 김마송도 왔던 거라 소소소 섬으로에 땅에 지금다스.
And then now recite these two verses, and as we recite, spend some time to to contemplate on the meaning, of each verse. Like here, it's talking about the impermanence as a water bubble, talking about the death and impermanence. Right? So contemplate on that for a couple of minutes, and then move, to the next one.
안디가로 연데 인사리 말씀하신다. 근데 내가 마치 레스면 삼바솔 께나 됐으면 저거 따라서.
So at this time, it's not just thinking that maybe like that, but rather think it is like that. It is like that. So if you think like able to think like that, then it will definitely bring some changes in your thoughts.
but 무지개 장소라 지금 레라면 아니 라체 당원도 소소고 아니 민통 라바가 르네 지체원이 라면도 와.
So just like somebody explaining to you or telling you about something, versus like you yourself, seeing it, touching it or seeing it in yourself, that's a big difference, right?
근데 무지개 장소라 자가 도제되는 순간 방금만 보여려면 알죠. 아요사리 좀 근데 나와샤라 탄다 와랑도 홈레도 돼 나와 집어를 해야 되거든.
So if someone says, there are so many beggars, in Bodh Gaya, and you haven't seen it yourself, somebody telling you here that there are many beggars in Bodh Gaya, and you just imagine, maybe there may be some beggars, just like the homeless people you see here. You can imagine like that.
다 소소텔 너는 민통시는 다 소소는 별로 소카갈래도 와.
But when you go there yourself, when you are actually there and you see all these beggars yourself, then you really get a different feeling, right?
대나진 내려는데 말로 걸 알았다. 오늘 지 소소텔에서 섬나지 되나 땡땡한도 섬나지 원도 그래.
And so here also, if you think, it is like that, instead of maybe like that, yes, it is like that, then that can definitely bring some changes in your mind.
오케이 당부 측에 갈래지로 없더니 측레레기 터널 말씀을 다니 봐지. 가마카시지는 막 곰잡쇼스 또 자상라.
So first let's read this through the two verses, and then after that meditate on the meaning of each lines, each words. Right? This life is impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the result of black and white karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in these, please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest of negativities, and accomplish all virtuous deeds.
다든 레버 단 내가 때문에 가르고 그러는데 갑자기 좋은 처음 왔다봐 아니 템벨로 찍고 그래서 아니 렘델라 시다 란드로 신청 말고 신도 로 드리로 찍고 그래서.
And so here, what you should generate, is thought thinking about the death and impermanence, and also thinking about the karmic law of cause and effect, like thinking about abandoning the non-virtuous and adopting the virtuous actions.
아니 먹이 집은 것처럼 나서 봐 나르레는 소마다 아니 점도 랍자라서 봐 나르레는 소마다 어떤 얘기지 가디나 개와다 덴베 파다 덴바 용바 신지랍도 소로세.
And so, bless you to be able to observe every abandoning of every non-virtuous actions, every kind of non-virtuous actions, and taking refuge in the three jewels, and following all the advices, or the commitments of the taking refuge. And so, bless, request or hope, for the blessings to be conscientious, about abandoning negativities all the time and accumulating virtues or adopting virtuous actions all the time.
오다 당연하지 곰자던 거 상당한 섬이 와서 동본 녀모 마셨다와 니바 텐제기 또바지라 지와 파티치비 녀모 마타와 섬바 아니 텔라 텐제기 또바지라 제 송우섬에 가와 고마지 곰자다 섬이 야 다시 섬 당쇼세.
So now do the same kind of visualization of nectar flowing down. The first purifying all the negativities and obscurations, and second purifying the negativities that prevents one from achieving these realizations, and then a third repetition. Then I think that you have achieved that realization very strongly. So have that very strong thought, thinking that you have achieved the realization.
다들 이제 다 안에 단전 니가 살아 로메 연락하면서 나셔 연락하면서 나셔 도세지 못더니 제고 그랬어.
And so, just like it says, like by contemplating on the difficulties to achieve this perfect human rebirth, by contemplating on that in your mind, give up attachment or clinging, to this life.
Okay. 다 lam-rim 이제 공고다. lam-rim 공에다 빼면 되는 거 전부 자고 그래.
So here, lam-rim or the graduated path to enlightenment, is to be meditated. So meditating on that, on the path, is very important.
오늘 저 취도 만서 될 취도 공고 그랬어. 다 저도 빨리 공사로 와.
And so here, you're supposed to meditate for hours and hours, But if you try that, maybe you might fall asleep.
와. 다 되지. 다 들리고 또 받을지라 아니 제고 중이 또 받을지라 제발했어.
And so if you have generated that kind of realization of giving up the attachment to this life, to contemplate on those points that I just mentioned, then you have gained the realization of the path of the small scopes.
간신 처음 왔다 봤다 렌데데 골라서 뭐 하고 그때는 고등해 주나 아니 제고 중에서만 고고 요래서. And
so if you are thinking about the the refuge and the karmic law cause and effect, then you're thinking about and the death and impermanence, and then you're thinking about the small scope's path.
단다 채널도 야고 싶은데 내가 가르치는 안에 대첨도 가게나 안에 대로 채널도 가디나 싸움고요마다 채널도 내가 뒤쳐도 시기도 된도 왔어.
So you guys are very good, right, in keeping the laws, right? I mean, not doing anything that's not correct. So, oh, this is against the law, so I should not do that. So you always stop yourself from doing the things that is against the law, right?
좋아. 배차지는 게 배잖아. 배가자고도. I don't know. 근데 탐게나 오잖아. 그렇죠. 주주지.
What kind of example can you think of
small
breaking the law?
small
That somebody might do.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly like that, you know. It's very small things, right? It is very small that you broke the law, against the law. It is 30 miles an hour, you go to 40 miles an hour against the law. Teni jonzo michendo nithama teni selma chindoa. Teni dawo jinde kola chena kadena chi tseni najin tsenela chi nawa da shemba shu chembo da chi pa doya ale ta ko chiwa mata bare. Kadena ko jingde go re. Dega mar teni ko shena jewu chungi samba jege ta no ro.
So just like that, when you think about something that you are doing about this life, and then it's immediately, oh yeah, I should not be attached to this life. I should not be attached to that. Just like I should not break the law. Broke the law. I should not break the law. I should not go against the law. Just like that, you should have this thought. I should not, be attached to this because this life doesn't last forever. It's death and impermanent, and then death comes soon, and it doesn't last forever. So I should not be. So that kind of thought all the time should have in your mind. Then you will be contemplating, or then you can say, I'm meditating on the small scope path.
Yeah, 대선도 말에 세니가 도시 맞으려고 말다. so 가서 당급 제고 그래서.
So when we say don't be attached to this life, doesn't mean that you should not do anything for this life. Of course, you should do things for this life because you need this life, to do the practice, and so therefore doesn't mean that you should not do anything for this life.
세니가 도시 제네 대체는 지금 만나봤지. 난 접조지 나도 설마 강연 태워들 테니까로 돼서 온다 거 들어봐. 그냥 저거 맞다 봤다. 렌드가 고소. 지금 드럼네 지금 만나봐도 지금 강연 태워다 되게 숨도 티까로 됐담다나. 병에서만 남주 늦게라고 시간 병 말아.
So when you're doing something for this life and then things doesn't go the way you want, then at that time you can think about this. Then this will be helpful.
오케이. 다 대체의 중요하면서 땅은 제분 될 만들고 그래서.
And so now that's about the small scopes path, and now we move to the medium scopes path.
아니 내가 딱 제부 중도 터모와 내가 터모와 간 걸라거든. 터모다 제부 중이 링이 냠슬렘 발라 아니 제부 중이 들 냠슬렘 행도 거래. 제부 링이 체 냠슬렘 발라 제부 링이 냠슬렘 행도 거나 터모라고 그래서.
So this is the path common with the path common with the small scope, or path common with the medium scope. So that's what it means, is that this path is the common. It's a common path because the small scope path is a common path because it has to be practiced by the small scope practitioner as well as the medium scope practitioner and the great scope practitioners too. And so same with the medium scope path. It's called its common path because that's commonly practiced by both medium scope practitioners and also great scope practitioners.
오케이. 다 쉬고 쉬러까지 들어오셔다. 대체의 링이 삼바데레스.
And so now the next 2 verses, let's read that. That's talking about the paths of these medium scopes. Seeking samsaric pleasure is the door to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great cautious rise. The root of the teaching is keeping the patimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish these essential practices.
오케이. 다 내가 다 네가 가서다 아니 좀 고외등화 삼고요. 고외등화.
So here you're mainly thinking about the sufferings of the cycle existence.
그래봐. 아니 내가 앞에나 둥아 제삼바, 둥아 쪽삼바, 둥아 솜삼바. 뭐 보여서 봐.
And so there are many kind of the sufferings that you can think about, right? There are 8 kinds of sufferings, 6 kinds of sufferings, or 3 kinds of sufferings you can think about.
간제 렌제 말로 고외 등원나 양야선에 심연나지 도서지 요세.
And so thinking about the infallibility of the karmic law of cause and effect, and then by thinking about the shortcomings, or the sufferings that the cycle existent, you give up attachment to the future lives.
근데자 아니 천진나지도 심연나지고 대다 공변 코베 폰들라 이미 깨져도 뭐지 인생가다 타와드니는 신한테 된 게 주제와 나와서 다 네가 당연 주제고 타와드니로 제고 요래서
그래서
다들 몸셔서 단조 네가살라 롬메베 예라고메 되는 나지도 렌데 물론 코베 되거나 야야스는 심연나지도 다 대다 공변 코베 폰들라 이미 깨져도 뭐지 인생가다 타와드니로 신한테 된 게 주제와 나와서 bena kanje lendre molo wa imba ane tanjo nyega wa chewa mata ba bena tanjo nyega dan chewa mata ba gomba ina tsedi na je to no gres ane lendre ane molo ba dan ane kowe dunga samana shimana je to no gres ane tendega ane tsedi na je da ane shimana je nyega ya gomba ina ane tabatni ro je gres no je ro.
So, by thinking about this the small scope's path, which is giving up attachment, to this life, right? By thinking about the death and impermanence, and then by giving up attachment, to the future life, by thinking about the infallibility of karmic law of cause and effect, and also thinking about the samsaric sufferings. So by meditating on these two, right? When you develop when you don't have any attachment, when you don't have, because through meditating on that, when you don't have any attachment or clinging towards the samsaric pleasure, and throughout day and night always wishing to be free from samsara, and that time, and you have generated the renunciation.
Okay, 다 담보 쇼가 담보 뒤도나 사람이 다 공시 잡다 당게 나지 지내라 와 내려더니 타와더니로 제거 그래서.
And so by thinking about these sufferings, the samsaric sufferings, one should be able to develop that wish, wanting to be free from samsara or cycle existence, right? So let's do that meditation again.
아니 당게 때 나지 지내 양아도 대선배로 테마 섬지고 때 나지지 담보 시당 아니 레니 데르 보자다 잡아 딱 아니 니바 아니 지금 타와더니로 잡아서 받지 저 강이 받다 숨발았다 타와더니로 와다야 보지 gelati 송삼바시 오체 공고거스.
And so here what you have to develop is a wish, wanting to be free from cycle existence, right? In order to develop that wish, you have to think about the suffering of the cycle existence, the disadvantages or the shortcomings of the cycle existence. When you think about that, then you say, oh, this is all bad and I don't want that anymore, so I want to be free from this. So that kind of thought. So now do the same kind of visualization where you visualize the light and nectar flowing down from the heart of Lama Tsongkhapa into your body, and that purifies all the negativities, since created since beginner's time. And then during the second repetition, imagine the light and nectar flowing down and purifying all those negativities, especially those negativities that obstructs one from generating that wish, wanting to be free from cycle existence. The negativities that prevents one from seeing the suffering or the shortcomings of the cycle existence. And then during the third repetition, imagine receiving the blessings from the Lama Tsongkhapa in a form of white light to be able to generate that realization of renunciation or wanting to be free from cycle existence.
Okay. Yeah. Start again meditation.
And so at this point, actually, you should be thinking about the sufferings of the birth, aging, sickness, death, and so forth.
아니 가르나 소소고지 대화라고지 가르 롱쇼나이나 지금 그러다 몽밤에 봤다 르송사만에 봐 몽밤에 벽이냐 봐 녜밤에 벽이냐 봐 정말 뭐 이랬어.
So then also think about the sufferings of the dissatisfactions or sufferings of the uncertainty.
와다더니 강제에 좀 두바다 안에 좀 두바다 안에 제베동아 안에 두바나 자베게 동아 안에 소소는 너바는 이제 토도 마베베 동아 와다치 텐데 빼동아만 보다는 람-rim 방음 제 빼만 보여래.
And also sufferings of meeting with the unfavorable things, and then suffering also being separated from the favorable things. What's that?
조배나 두바다 제도와 좀 두바다 제바 두바나 잔도와 아니 지 딱가지고 그러고 야네한테 년소제베 동가 같이 지 요반 센터와 아니 라도와 다들이까지 동안 뭐 보여.
So and then coming to the end of the things that you want to have, and meeting with the things that you don't want to have, and and also sufferings of like conceiving again and again, being born and die, and being born and die again and again, all these sufferings of the cycle existence.
오케이 대지 다 된게 또 바질라 쳐서 다 대줄라 주마도 고 그래서 남다 사바데 저바에 테나시 보여줘 보이 땡겨서 저바니 모셔버 신gel로스 당연히 담보된 가서 지금 다 타와 되니로 타와 톰득을 저기 그래서 근데 지금 가지 녀송고 동아 곰발라 때네 만 코베 딱 녀송 말 코베 동아 곰발라 때네 가도 타와 톰득을 저기 그래서.
And so this verse, by reciting that verse, you should be thinking about developing the wish, longing to be free from suffering, free from the cycle existence, right? And now then from there, after that, that once you have developed that wish, now just having wish will not liberate you from samsara, right? So what you have to do? You have to do the practice. So then, here next one is requesting, for our blessings to be able to do the practice throughout day and night. Okay, now let's read that verse. So, led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great cautious rise, the root of the teachings is keeping the Padimoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice.
아니 다 내가 배나 다 차서 되나 저번이 보셔봐 냠내 야보 영화 쇼다니 저번이 볼라 신글다 냠내 야보 영화 쇼다 냠내 야보 영화 신gel라로 제산으로 와.
So he's saying, like, please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Please bless me to be able to do this practice properly.
아니 네가 갈란나 또 땜비 잡아도 소소 타와레스 때 네가 소소 타위 몇개 점부터는 스름을 하소베 타위게 냠내데 야보지 영화 쇼산으로.
And so that's like said, the root of the teaching is keeping the Padimoksha vows. So Padimoksha vows is like any vows, right? So vow of the abandoning the 10 non-virtuous actions and so forth. So so requesting to the Guru deity to be able to bless you, bless you to be able to keep these vows purely.
아니 젬베가 랑드르지네 아니 마제바지네 단성고 요래.
And the mindfulness, is always very mindful about what to do and what not to do. Remembering, especially so mindfulness here also means like remembering the instructions. All the instructions that you have to follow, you have to remember them. If you don't remember, you will not be able to follow, right? So be able to remember and be able to be mindfulness about that.
아니 시정가다 고선지 링아 예섬더 아니 지금 다 레니 강하던 롬으로 봐 딱이었고 다시 당연히 들어야지.
And then with the alertness, so it always watches the activities of your body, speech, and mind. So it's always watching your body, speech, and mind. Whether the body is doing proper thing or not, whether the speech is saying proper thing or not, or whether the mind is thinking proper thing or not. So they're always making sure, being very alert about your body, speech, and mind.
And the 바요지 아니 티단 내가 탐주 년대 주든지 쌉실래야 된지 예바도 보나다 승인하고 그래서 고강해로.
And then the caution or conscientiousness, that's just like holding you, from oh, this is not good, I should not do that. Okay, so that holds you from, doing the wrong things, and that urges you or pushes you, to do the right things.
Okay, but the talk is not one was noticed, but the boy said it.
So the caution, is the like the 911, so it's an actual application of the practice.
아니 시제세대 타고 police로 놓고 니바 도군도에 니바 지금 문도에 다른 뭐 다딩을 들어.
So alertness, is like a spy, watching. So, oh, is it doing or not? Is it doing what he's supposed to do, or is it not doing it, and so forth.
아니 제바서 다 지금 것도 그러.
So the mindfulness is the law.
Okay. 드레자 다 드레디 가르쳐서 자고서나 또 링아였음데 먹이지 보고 좀 나왔으면 냠면 대단가는도 뭐 대냠면 야본도 대다고 그래서.
So what you're watching here, is you're seeing that, whether it's doing the practice, of abandoning the 10 virtuous actions or not, or whether it's doing the practice, of the 3 trainings or not. And so that's what you're watching.
Okay. 다들 소소 따오미 심바 따오 말대.
And so that's, you should be watching over yourself, not over others.
Okay. 다 네가 그러나 아니 남다 셈바티 창와에 데리 쌈바티 창와에 아니 템바도 쉬고 봐요 따와지니 가려면 지금나 좀 먹게 주보고 좀 소소 따위고 돈바 어때 냠내 약보 영화 신기라고 지세요 당연하지 무슨 배우고 그래.
So led by that pure thought, right? So that pure thought of wanting to be free from psychic existence, and now led by that, now what you have to do is engage in this practice, of the abandoning the 10 virtuous actions, and engaging in the practice of the 3 trainings and so forth.
네가 단다 남다 쌈바티 다 왔던 일로 들랍다 그래서.
So that you should do with the mindfulness, alertness, and great cautious. So here again, led by pure thought. The pure thought is the thought wanting to be free from psychic existence.
오케이 다 당연하지 않고 시작됐다. 당연히 소지도 여여와 임바 소소 소사다데.
You already have the married field right in front of you. Haven't forgotten that, right? So while having that in your mind, you may do the same kind of meditation that you did earlier, with the flowing of the nectar and light. First time, then second time, and third time, like that.
다 네가 그렇잖아. 전바다 시기가 오선데 다 소지대 마제와 생데 전바인 바스. 시진데 그 셈바데 트렌 젠도군 둠데 땅에 대한 바스. 봐야 되게 가다 전나 양주 셈바 지키고 그래서 도지네. 저도 전바 시졌음 배제당 지키다.
So this time also you can use the mindfulness, alertness, and caution. So mindfulness, is thinking about remembering the merit field, and the alertness is saying that whether you remember or not, right? And then the caution is if you forget, then making sure that you bring it back again, and have that visualization.
Okay. Okay. 대 loksa로 가로. loksa래. Okay, we already read. Okay, meditations. Okay. How's it? Do you guys use that things? 3. Temba Shishi Payasam.
Were you able to? Huh? Caution.
보여. 보여서는 따뜻히 꼭 강해들었어. 대만으로 생각 주성미대.
So the one who, if your mind is going away, then, holding it back.
꼭 강해라고 들었어. 근데 전바세대 맞지바 성의도 보지.
So the mindfulness is, not forgetting, and remembering it.
시지세대 로군 되면 됐다는 거 들었어.
And then alertness is seeing whether it's going or not.
보여서도 꼭 강해라고 들었어.
And then the caution, is that which stops you.
아니 아무나 뒤 노선은 뒤래 기울어.
Or, if, or it's pushing, you to do that.
오케이? 그냥 가도 누구시 따는 맨날 특징적으로 넣고 보여야 될 것 같은데 가는 바로 되고. 그때 그것도 되잖아. 아, 특징적으로.
Is it doing?
야, 누구는 다
당연히.
시신에 따지기로 왔어. 다 제마다 그 특징이 맞거든. 특징이 맞고 제어 말어.
So like if you see a mouse moving, running around, and then you want to catch it, right? You want to catch it. So the mindfulness is remembering the mouse. Of course, you know that you can see the mouse, right? So it's remember that's being mindfulness, and then the alertness is seeing where the mouse is going, where the mouse is looking, watching over the mouse, and then the caution will be like holding it or catching it.
다들 수수 삼자거든. 다 수수 샘 요모션 로군데요. 로군데 근데 단다처럼서 산지 좀 된데 고들래 직다다. 쉐레데 직다. 그만 가셔야 되나 담보 지금 다 산지 좀 된데 쉐레 연삼바씩 서로 잠바지. 아니 치지 되겠다. 그 제로군데도 지나야 샘바데 제네 수수 나을 번더원로 뭐라나 번더원로 데릴라가 아치 제셔 번더원로 아니 바이오사디 티고 알이야 티고 하데.
And so like you're meditating on Buddha's image, like statue, right? So you're thinking about Buddha, so that's the mindfulness. And then you see whether mind is being distracted from it or not. So that's the alertness. So whether mind is going, thinking about it or not thinking about it or thinking about something else when you're supposed to think about this. So that's alertness. And then, when the mind goes away and then you say, okay, I have to bring back, so you bring your mind back, to think about the Buddha's image, and that's the caution.
오케이. 이나 단단 가서 곰을 넣으면 주는데 곰 그거 다음에 도저 찍으면 찍지 제로 넣었어.
And so like because you're not used to doing the meditation, when you're talking, when you're taught, to do this very quickly, then you don't remember all of them. You'll not be able to be mindfulness about all those things.
근데 단단처럼서 상담다. 까마치래. 소수 상주도 소수 배dom이 상주다. 되는 잘라가래 가가 되니지. 받으니까 때때 당게 상담다.
So now
so
for a minute you think about the two objects in your house, like in the two places, bedroom and the bathroom, and think about all the things that you have in your bedroom, where the things are, what kind of things you have, and where they are, in which position, and same in the bathroom, what kind of bathroom you have, colors of the walls, and the things around the faucet, everything. Think about it. You will not mix up.
Okay. Try to think 1 minute. Can you do without mixing anything? It's very easy, right? This is a bathroom. This is a bedroom. I have this bathroom. You can just shake it down. Shake it to us.
So it's very clear to you, just like you see in the mirror, right?
다 당는 나도 안에 신디 소지도 검지답. 안에 소소가 안 배나 니절이야. 다가로 타왔던 일로 야부 이제라 깨워 신절 없어서 되게 뒤바라 찍검다. 아니 찍테마 찍제로 찍제로
But then do the meditation that we've been doing today, thinking about the merit field and requesting the merit field to bless you with the realization of, like say, the renunciation, right? Wanting to be the wishing or wanting to be free from suffering, cycle existence. And then during the first repetition, the visualization, of the light and nectar flowing down, what you think of, what you're supposed to think about, and the second one and the third one, and then again, like when you think about other things, so you get mixed up, and then you can't remember all that. So that's because you're not used to that.
Okay, check how different your meditation, your bedroom, bathroom, and your meditation the mirror feel. Okay, because this is a difference how you. Used to. Okay? big difference.
Accustomed to it.
Custom. Used to is much easy. You're not used to, it's very hard. Therefore, we need to more used to more meditation. Again, try. Like if you like meditation for Buddha image, look, then try to again, look, try to again, look, try to again. Just try to image again. Then you know, like here, any kind here, dead impermanent, or anything like, you have to look, read then again, think, try to again. Then very easy. One day you are really familiarized. Then just you might, okay, I want to take that way. Then you might just more focus there. Right now you say, okay, I forgot today take my dog to walk, or I forgot my, take out my trash, something, always something coming right. Okay? Any questions? Yes.
So when we imagine our room, our bedroom, we see it all the time.
Yeah.
You don't really have to imagine it.
Exactly.
But a merit field, I've never seen it, so I'm sort of imagining it, I'm like composing it in my mind. I know if, I could use a statue of Shakyamuni or Lama Tsongkhapa, or I know what it looks like, but, so you just make it up and you just keep thinking about it in the same way?
Yeah, keep same thinking always same way, but it will come like one day like picture, like you can always, like that.
So even though you're just imagining it,
Yeah.
you imagine it the same way all the time, it'll become clearer?
Yeah, exactly. Then it's yin samaro, that's some good so was. Yeah,
말을 그 따거라 당보.
시당 따오데 반도지 따면 다 있는 용 말이나. 반도지 따. 가서 소질라 사타닌도 와변나. 라마주가 소질라 오자는 다 빼만보도 와. 대가서 parte 했다나 거 답에 되는 건 컨트롤 깔 거라. 다 되면은 얘는 가서 가로 아니지 소지서가나 아니 자유 직사도 봐. 답 되는 거로 봤어. 지름 보잖아. 산지 좀 내는 거 가리나 직선다. 뒤에라 산지 찬스에서 바타다 연도 선다 답 되는 거.
So you will be asked to imagine the things that you are explained or shown. Like here, you say, okay, you see the Buddha's statue here. You see that, You see that, and then now you close your eyes, and then you see the picture. You get the picture in your mind of the Buddha that you have seen, just like that. So just like the things that you have seen in the bathroom, in your bedroom, you have seen it so many times that even you don't have to work very hard to imagine that, to have that picture in your mind. So imagine means like having the picture of that thing in your mind. Just like you have the picture of your things in your bedroom, in your mind now here, just like that, when you close your eyes, you have the picture of the Buddha in your mind. But when you open your eyes, you see the Buddha's statue there. And then you close it, and then you have the picture. So that's what it is, So it's not like only that, it's just not just like you imagine like that. You see that, and then you imagine. See that, and then like later, you get so used to it that even when you don't look at it, you can see it very clearly, just like you see it with your open eyes.
But if you're imagining the merit field that has all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and a beautiful landscape and all sentient beings around you, that isn't something that you ever see.
So that's through the description, right? So the teacher explains to you, so this is how it is, this is how it is. You listen to that, and then you imagine again. So maybe the first time he explains to you, you'll have some kind of, then maybe you'll forget again. And then he explains to you again, and then you go listen to that, and then you go back, to imagination again. So by doing that, then you get used to it.
근데 창에서 단다 변에 좀지 로와이나 비체가 좀들로나 비체 코라 맞나 좀들로나 창에서 알는데 지금은데 지금도 좀 샘다는 고토 그래.
So just like when you read the book about a movie, you have the from the description, right? And in the book, you can imagine, oh, this is now happening. And then when you watch the movie, this is like exactly, So just like I've read it already, so that's what's happening. So even if you didn't see with your eyes, but by hearing the description, you can picture that in your mind, So it's just a matter of getting used to it, accustomed with it, and so once you get really accustomed with that, then it becomes easier to imagine. And so it is very important, for doing the meditation, during this lam-rim practice. So there is, a tradition, in the lam-rim teaching that's called the experiential teaching. Experiential teaching means like, until you gain the experience, of that, you'll be taught just on that. And then once you have gained experience of that or realization of that topic, and then you move to the next one. And then just, meditate, practice better until you have experienced it. And then you move to, so that's called the experiential teaching.
Okay? Yes.
So for a realization, for it to be a realization officially, it has to be realized throughout day and night.
Tadi tokpa inbala, tokpa ta nga tokpa gyula kiawala, and then nga the ninjeme ba tokpa reso.
다 니들이 또 오르다 가는 거 같이 직 똑사는 되네 그다 그디 대테나고 또한 걸 봐. 같이 똑사가 가고 같이 제도고 말스 가고 다. 그냥 감독이 소소 내가 가르치고 가서 또 걸어 봐야 된다. 다 되는데 간디는 또연 또 쟁거 가려고 다. 대치 번호 그래.
So like, when you do your work, right, you are working in the daytime, you say, oh, I'm working. I'm working. You don't have to think that I'm working all the time, You know you're working. So that's, you have that realization of you're working. And like that, So, I don't know, is that what you mean?
Not thinking, but it remained in your mind throughout day and night.
Yes,
It's the back of your
yeah. So even if it's not manifesting in the front, but in the back of your mind, you have to have that thought thinking, oh yes, I'm working.
Is it possible during meditation that you have that realization shortly and then post-meditation it goes away?
냠샤 값도 여바지. 이제서 고스는 파도에 그런
대용을 간다 로가 로치면 되고 말씀하더란다. 로치는 저 로치디 코 발바냐로 그러와.
Yes, of course, whatever you are meditating on, if it only happens at the meditation session, and when during the post meditation session, it will not be there because only one mind can manifest, at a time. So when that mind is manifesting, other mind cannot manifest. So when you're in a post meditative session, at that time other mind is manifesting, so that mind is not manifesting. But it doesn't mean that mind is not there. You still have that, but it's just not manifesting.
And when we meditate on death and impermanence, is fear a sign that is that a sign that the meditation is being done properly, that we feel fear?
그러고.
다 직보도 깨고 버렸어. 치워면 나올 것어. 치우기 직보.
다 충분히 전에 다 이제 그거 봐. 치완지는 치와 가로 다. 다 저라 타요 말와나. 다 진행에서도 맞이야 답시에다 대 답시로 왔어. 제가 맞이나 안에 그 내서 지금 말와. 먼저는 다 저라 이제 그거 그랬어. 다 치완지다 그래. 가니 저와라 시야대 가래. 다 지나가 야본 도움을 데려시기로 왔어. 세다 냠려만은 저와라 맞다 마시고 그랬어. 다시 나간 로초스인다고 해나 맞다고 이거 그래. 냠려 방문이지나.
So why do you get afraid of death?
Well, when it happened to me a couple of times during meditation and during when I was studying, and I was reading the words of my perfect teacher, and I read a verse that he was saying that it hit me in that moment that I really am going to die, and it made me extremely almost awake for a moment to that reality. So I experienced very strong fear for a short time, and then it went away.
Yeah, but why do you be afraid of? Geshe-la's question is, are you afraid of death? Why are you afraid of death?
Well, because I still have attachment to this life.
Yeah, that's attached because of being attached to this life, or because you're thinking that, oh, I may go into a bad rebirth.
Yeah,
Right.
and still being a beginner, I have doubts in my mind.
Yeah.
But faced with that reality,
So
it triggered that.
So in a way, that makes you to practice dharma, that fear. So therefore, it is good to have that fear, good to be afraid of death, which makes you, do the practice. So when because the practitioners, the great practitioner or realize, the experienced practitioners, they're not afraid of death because they're like, they are very confident that they will not fall into the low realm. So even if I die, it doesn't matter, I'll still have a good rebirth. If you are so confident like that, then you will not have fear.
랍슈나 가제 또진 저와 그랬어. 안 마저나 아니 문제 바시. 대마저는 저밤에 그랬어 저. 드마도 사마로시.
So the best is to die happily. The best, the highest practitioner can die happily. Then the secondly is to not die, not die with the fear. And the thirdly is to die with no regret. So at least with no regret.
로조 냠내 야보 제나 거 시리 시절에 고쳐야 말았어.
So if you have done good practice of mind training, then you will not have fear. Yeah, so because like the death is death, right? So it's going to happen anyway. Nobody can escape the death. Yeah, so it's going to happen to everybody.
그래도 시트가 가리고 소소 냠내 고쳐는 소소 하고 그러다.
So even if you're afraid or not, of the death, it doesn't matter, right? You're going to die anyway. So being afraid will not stop you from dying. So, but what happens after death? What happens after death? So that is determined by how we did in this life.
근데 저랑 들이 미지를 내가 당하나 산이 저랑 내가 사자된 도거나 주 사자의 가래 임바 그리고 뭐니 지지는 내가 처음 봐 지지는 내가 치는 매와 임바나 촐 전에 다다 저랑 사자들 라테 하고 전에 저 시험 말았어 다 라테 시험 다때 내가 사사지어도 저 가래 땅 하고는 저때 가발레기 좀 시험으로 돼서 오는 거지.
So if you are told to go to a certain place, to do certain kind of job, and you don't know what that place is, and you'll be wondering, right? Oh, maybe it's a very bad place, maybe all these thoughts, But if you know what kind of place you are going to go to, then you will not be afraid, And so just like that, when you know where you're going to go to, then there's nothing to be afraid of, dying,
Isn't there a saying by the Kadamba masters that you should fear death now so that you don't fear it at the time of death?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
다단 철아시 제가 먼저. That's good. That's the good point. Okay. Any other point? Other questions? Yes.
The verse that talks about the black and white karma following.
Yes.
I don't ever remember reading this before. I have a commentary that I used before when we did this, and it's about the karma increasing exponentially, which I don't remember reading anyplace else. And that means that, if be it a good or a bad thing that you do one day, that it, let's use a bad thing. The stop sign. And that if you don't correct that, then it will increase the next day to double, and then the next day to double that and double that. Doesn't seem fair. Did I misread this?
No, 시당 대대 시당 내는 로당 들어봤어. 단단 되게나 대 주고 말해. 시당 내셔야 되는 것도 싸는 마셔나 아니 이 말을 양반으로 쓰라기 그래서. 단단 되게나 대 말해. 대라 말해.
다들 그래.
단단되는 다다 까나르나 아니 간지 레데 사바보 소소인 바인자 아니 소소 가와다 레는 거래. 배차진나 점나디 리그 점만데 레데 가와나 점만데 그 리면나 점만보다 대배다.
So here, it's not talking about the karma increasing. It's not explicitly talking about that. Of course,
Right.
implicitly it's said in the lam-rim teaching, but explicitly it's not talking about that here, about the expansion of the
But in
karma.
In the commentary on that, this is just.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So in the word itself here, in this text, doesn't have that. But in the commentary, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Because implicitly it's talking about that.
But it does,
Talking about karma, yes.
But it doesn't increase exponentially?
Yes. So if you create negative karma, you create negative karma. Today you kill an ant.
Right.
You kill an ant. You create a negative karma by killing an ant,
Right.
killing an ant. And today you don't purify that. Tomorrow it will be same as killing 2 ants.
Right.
Day after tomorrow will be 4 to 8,
Yeah.
16, 32, like that.
What's fair about that?
아.
Det kan det stress.
Det
Det kan
är
det starta maras. Det starta maras.
Det lempedo ta ko le topchen pedo.
Det kan det starta rest.
아.
Det starta maras. Det kan det starta rest.
대 개월에나 집발에 개월에나 페도 디바는 파도 그래서 대건 다 렌데가 로당에서 왔어.
So it's fair because it's fair with both negative and positive karma.
개월 제와이나 소속 지사 조정을 모자는 그 년이랑 파도 그래서.
So if you do a virtuous action, you do virtuous action and dedicate that for enlightenment, enlightenment to benefit all sentient beings, then that increases all the time, every day.
근데 다 무게와이나 소속 예바서나 예바에 티가 샤또 실에 되면 샤샤나 예바에 사는 묘소 그래서.
당연히 이제 그래서 신도 대북이 빼샤고서 뭐 대마다 뭐 하고 뭐. 됐다 그래서 따다랬다. 대부분의 패도가 그랬다. 레드의 패도가.
배낭가도 신도 마치 담나 좀 찍찍도 있으면 제도 그래.
So it's like from a small seed, a big tree, grows from the small seed, right? So how is that fair, right? So just like that. So that big, huge tree came from small seed, right? Yeah, so karma also is like that.
나도 애플 찍다는 애플 가서 찍거든.
So it's from one seed of apple, the whole tree grows, and then from the tree, how many apple grows, right? So many apple grows from that tree, so all that is from just one seed. So karma is like that.
그때 그 랜드에 젠데가 노단다고 했더라고.
So karma means action, or the karma, action and its result. So the action, the seed, and then sowing it in the ground, was just maintaining it by providing all the necessary things for it to grow, all these things. So that's all this karma and its result.
그냥 간도 스보라다 담부 치트바이라고 했어. 근데 제일 다 가져봐도 본 십장 없이 랭도.
Same with our body. What was our body made of? One drop, right? Drop of egg and sperm, right?
Yeah, but it's
So that grows into.
different, but
Yeah, like that similar, similar. It's not exactly the same. Like
Yeah.
They always like. This is called the 젠데가 노단다고 뜻이 있더라고.
So that's the way the cause and effect work.
그래서 다 단단한 걸 내서 코랑 매워 소잖아. 코야 뇌 니보다 세잖아. 코 뇌에 넣어요.
So, but if you before you sow it, if you destroy that seed, right? Destroy that seed, then it's gone, right? It will not grow into a big tree. And when it's growing, like if it's maybe only 1 foot tall, if you destroy at that time, it will be gone again. But if you keep it, if you just don't destroy it, like if we don't purify the negative karma and don't destroy that, it will grow into a huge tree. So like that, our negative karma will also grow to infinite.
그래서 얘네 이었어요.
well, to use the example again of running the stop sign or throwing an ant.
Yes.
By the end of the day, you don't remember that you did such a thing.
Yeah.
So when
단다-
you do the purification practice, it's a general.
This is also 간단한 강도 단다 램펠사야 되는 건데 다 쌈지 시즌에 지쳐 좀 돌아가고 보세요. 그래서 마신에 마부 세셔 가지고. 근데 대가도 레시.
The stop sign, the stop match about the ticket in the casa, the digvajora. The timgajo, the timga, the digvasha, the timga, the sanita stop sign, stop match, but niche could never cougars.
No, not like that. 다 실로그 니바도 보고 말아. 이나다 그 디바 요지로 돼. 좀 그러면 디바 요지로 왔어.
So tomorrow you'll have
They don't
to
give
pay.
ticket you.
You have to pay twice the ticket, right? And then next day, the 4 times, and then the 8 times more. The 16 times.
근데 대용도 얼마 돼 있는데 티켓은 되지 말아 그냥 바로도.
So like you'll have the due date. You have to pay within that time. If you don't pay, then they will have like a late fee, right? Increase the amount.
But I don't know if you carry the negative karma or not. We doesn't follow the law. I think we can negative karma, right?
Is it negative karma?
Yeah. If you say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing like some, you don't regret, you don't put it by negative karma.
Then 제발 때 사선 되는 사례ပဲ. never 다 사례ပဲ.
that's down to you.
So when you pay it off, when you pay the ticket, then it's purified, right?
Oh, it's
That negative karma of not stopping at a stop sign, you got caught, right?
Yeah.
I got caught, so you got caught. It was a very, very simple, It was like I'm coming out of the parking lot at Bunker Hill Community College. So I was coming out of the parking lot, and there was a stop sign. There was nobody there, so I just came by, and then police happened to be there. And then he gave me a ticket. So that was not really like in a big street, It was at a parking lot, and then the before going to the main road, there was a road, where you were supposed to. Anyway, so that so when you do that, right? If you got caught, and then you buy the ticket, and then that's purified, right?
But if you don't get caught,
Yeah, if you don't get caught.
you're not
then-
sorry.
Yeah, that's right. So have you created native karma?
Yes.
아무도 단다 램페이지 너.
Just like it says, crime is crime only when it's caught, right?
That's right.
단다 레세데 용이 주선 참을 들라고 그래서 제당 레차도 나고 말했어. 배낭 간서 배낭 하모고 때 두번 못 사고 그랬던 소야 레드 퍼션 배경이 말 레셀레 마사 버차로 그랬어. 배낭 간서로 배낭 민대진도 말아지는 메시지 하나. 근데 레셰죠 레셀 마사 버 말이야. 빌레레 빼만 버 레레
So the karma is really very tricky sometimes, like something that you do intentionally, something you don't do intentionally, and you do without any wish or desire, like they say like you create the karma but you don't complete it,
Right.
you don't create you engage in the action, but you don't create the karma of that action. So, for example, like when you go into a war without any wish, so you're forced to go there, right? You don't have a wish to go, but you're forced to go there. And so you went to the war, but you didn't really create the karma of going into the war, like that.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit tricky, and then also it has to have all the intention, the action, the completion, all these things, together. So Geshe is saying that, when talking about the action that's increasing, twice and more in every day, that's like the actions created intentionally.
Okay? Otherwise, we walking around, we step that so many ants. That doesn't go to the le, shell le masa banjiro. That debates you the coin, but you
So, did it but did not accumulate it. Did it but not accumulated it. So you did it, you killed the action and by ant, by without knowing it, you did it, right? You killed it. But because you didn't do it intentionally, therefore you didn't create the negative karma, of killing it.
Okay? Therefore that the lempes has the country shungin to some channel to like your.
And so therefore, when we're talking about this karma increasing, I think referring to the karma that has all the, the beginning, the middle, the action, and the completion, all these things. Yeah.
Okay? That things also we always very careful. We don't really do that. Right? After we done, we calm down. We all maybe I didn't do that. I'm sorry, I had a big mistake. Okay, like that. I think now we stop. It's already time. Okay, Saju, Puji, Jambe, Rally, Jembe, Saji, the Mid, Dogan Namdojan, Shubaja, Idam Guru, Namandala Kanaya Tayamo, Karo Rabi, Kovishin got the Pena de Wamali. She is on what the jumps of Shabbat about the danger of 2000 Jangu, and the job of a good Choso community. Also, the Jango, the Shabdi show, Gawa the Newton, Santa Gender, and Dora Chijam. The Salam Corporation, Rimpoche, Majapan, Jawanya, Kone Gondon Bever show, the Jesuit, to make him Omajapaya, the woman. Can't you give messages on about Luzan Trabes are lost over and this is a short place. Okay, thank you. Do you have anything to say?